Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Over the past few weeks, ever since Donald Trump returned to office, the U.S. immigration system has seen continuous changes. From shifts in green card eligibility to sweeping updates in immigration policy, new developments are emerging almost weekly. Most recently, a memo from the State Department introduced strict new visa restrictions that could affect a wide range of applicants around the world. The new directive, released just last week, enforces tougher eligibility criteria for U.S. visas. It instructs consular officers to deny visas to specific individuals based on revised guidelines. Unlike previous rules that focused on travelers from particular countries, this new policy applies globally. That means anyone applying for a U.S. visa regardless of nationality could be impacted if they don't meet the updated vetting requirements. Immigration experts are already warning that these changes could lead to more visa denials, longer processing times, and a rise in legal disputes. The details of how this will be enforced are still unfolding, but the implications are serious, especially for applicants already facing complex documentation requirements. Let's take a closer look at what the memo says. It outlines restrictions aimed particularly at individuals whose travel documents don't match their gender at birth. The policy signed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio specifically instructs consular officers to deny visas to applicants whose gender identity does not align with official records. This is a significant shift, with an explicit focus on transgender travelers, especially athletes and individuals seeking to travel for academic or personal reasons. Anyone found to be misrepresenting their gender or travel purpose could be permanently barred from receiving a U.S. visa. Officials say these measures are designed to protect the integrity of visa applications and travel documentation. However, advocacy groups have raised alarms, warning that the policy could increase discrimination, fuel legal battles, and make it more difficult for some individuals to travel freely. Many are concerned about how this policy could impact transgender individuals trying to participate in sports events, attend educational programs, or visit family in the U.S. It fits into a broader trend from the Trump administration, which has been rolling out gender-based policies under the banner of fairness in athletic competition and identity verification. Immigration lawyers are calling this move unprecedented, emphasizing that while consular officers have always had some discretion, a directive that targets gender identity is new territory in U.S. immigration policy. The policy comes at a time when immigration enforcement is already being stepped up significantly. In fact, consular officers now have expanded authority to deny visas based on perceived inconsistencies in applicants' documents. This has raised concerns about uneven application of the rules. Simultaneously, deportation efforts and border enforcement have increased sharply. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has ramped up removal operations, with over 7,000 deportations reported in just the first week after the new directives. Additionally, stricter quotas have been introduced for immigration officers, who are now required to meet daily arrest and detention targets, something immigrant rights organizations say could result in wrongful detentions and confusion for legal residents. For those planning to travel to the U.S., these changes may mean more scrutiny at visa interviews, extended wait times, and higher chances of rejection. People affected by the gender-related policies might need to present additional documents to prove eligibility, but how these cases will be evaluated remains uncertain. This situation could also affect international students, foreign workers, and others on temporary visas. Renewing or changing visa status might become more difficult under the new policies. Legal immigrants could face more screening and administrative delays, even if their records are otherwise in order. In a related move, the State Department has also suspended the option to request U.S. passports with a non-binary X-gender marker. This reverses a Biden-era policy and highlights the administration's overall direction regarding gender identity and legal documentation. Beyond individual travelers, these sweeping changes could impact U.S. foreign relations. Immigration policies often affect diplomatic ties, and some governments may push back against measures they see as discriminatory. Human rights and advocacy groups, both within the U.S. and internationally, are already mobilizing in response, voicing concerns about global mobility and individual rights. These developments are unfolding in the context of the 2024 election cycle, where immigration remains a central and divisive issue. The political decisions made in the coming months could determine whether these visa rules are expanded, reversed, or replaced by entirely new policies. For now, those affected are advised to stay informed, consult immigration attorneys if needed, and prepare for possible delays or requests for extra documentation. The immigration landscape is changing quickly, and keeping up with these shifts will be essential for anyone planning to visit or move to the United States. That's all for today's update. Thank you for watching. This channel is dedicated to keeping you informed on all things related to U.S. immigration, from visa requirements and green card processes to student and work visas like BON, TO, L1A, L1B, H1B, and the EB series including EB1 through EB5. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with the latest immigration news. We'll see you in the next video.